Not just take the game. It's just, you know, when you say that, I'd like to believe that there's a solid reason why the players feel that way and why Speed has that sentiment. It just is unfortunate that it's not really translating into their gameplay at the moment.
Yeah, I don't think they're that far off the better teams. They have a certain amount of fundamental problems in the game. I think especially macro play, like itemization, how they are connecting to each other. When you're playing against the best teams, you need to be able to, you know, play it on a certain level. So they have to like use all these games and learn wherever they can and improve quickly. You know, I think time is of the essence.
Time is of the essence, meaning that Gamer Legion, you feel like they're not quite there yet. They need maybe
you need to improve quickly, you know, because Dota is a game where it punishes you a lot for all those small little mistakes.
Well,
and the bad results affects morale. Team morale and team belief, I think, can be temporary. Right now, your team believes that you are strong, but it can change very quickly.
To be fair to Gamer Legion, though, as we saw in their introduction video, they've been together for quite a while now, and they've been working together, and they seem happy to be working together. Yeah. So that's a good sign.
Maybe a change is about to come, you know. Who knows?
Well, speaking of a change about to come, actually, the point I wanted to mention
God, this is an interesting angle to smoke gang from.
Yeah, I mean, that potato is really going to scare Mickey.
Look at this. Him? Oh, they're going to catch him. Gonna catch him. Clockwork. Clockwork!
Got him in the cogs. Mickey gotta stay calm. Trying to auto-attack a cog, but the pull back into the second cog. It's very nice. First blood for Big Num.
That was a very interesting angle. I am stealing that smoke right now.
I think this only works if you're Clockwork, though.
I mean, why not any other hero like Tusk? If you come from the bottom and just snowball the guy or shot block the guy, why not? True. Well, even Bad Rider, right? For that matter, you just flame break him. Yeah. And it's just the angle you're coming from. I think the way you execute the smoke that matters. You know, don't think the heroes matter that much.
True. Very nicely done by Gamer Legion. Put themselves on the board to start things off. Big Num is the one who gets that kill though, and interestingly, they put Speed in the off lane to deal with the Naga on the Chen, and Big Num is actually in the top lane, trying to protect the Kez. I guess, I don't know, I'm not really sure what Clockwork can do into these two. I guess
it's mostly for the Chen, because Chen can get creeps easier on the off lane.
Okay.
I mean, obviously the Naga into Clockwork thing is also relevant. It's not that you're not being relevant with that reasoning. Naga can kill off the power cogs easily. I mean, the downside is this is like a double down.
I think Big Num is dead. Ooh,
double melee
they
match
messed up. They threw out a power shot and a spear at the same time that did not latch, but I believe Big Num will still be going down.
Yeah, power shot is ready again.
Hanggang. Nice. Execute is there, but Mickey in the bot lane, again going down. Speed and Fade just tag teaming up on that level 2 power spike.
Yeah, this is like the benefit of having the Chen here. There's a lot more kill potential in the lane. You do more damage, you can trade better, and as a result, they're killing the SF again. I mean, there's no nuke. He didn't skill the nuke. It's net and mirror image. And meanwhile, Yamsum kills Boxy at top. Yeah. Nicely done.
Every time we look somewhere, someone immediately dies on the other side of the screen. There's non-stop action in these lanes. My goodness. How does it even happen?
Very
Boxy just got
lanes.
caught by the cogs, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, if you're heroes that do a lot of damage, they have a lot of stuns, you're gonna see kills in the lane. And obviously you have a SF in a game, you know, SF is always the recipient of that.
True. I don't know what it is about him though. I see him in the game, I feel very compelled to gank his ass. Pull back. Mickey taking so much damage just from the bodyguard. My goodness, Fate.
He's just getting destroyed in this lane, you know. They are playing this lane really well, snowballing from the first blood, from the get-go, and just making sure Mickey does not have a game at all, you know. TP is still on cooldown for 10 seconds. And there's a huge wave coming into the tower here. Okay, maybe not that huge, but yeah. I mean, he has his boots on the SF, so things might get a little bit better here right now.
Well, doesn't really seem like it'll matter if they still land that rebound though. As soon as you get the rebound into dispose, it feels like it's a death sentence.
Yeah, and you have Wind Ranger as a pause 4, right? It's not exactly a position for they can kind of just come to your lane and help you, compared to like a Tusk, you know, or a Bat Rider.
Mid lane, bit of a bloody battle for CS here. Nisha not getting as much of an advantage over RCY as I expected, to be honest. I thought the Dragon Knight was supposed to counter the puck.
Yeah, he's supposed to do a little bit better. I think the lane should be like 60-40 to Dragon Knight. I guess RCY is playing well.
RCY really impressed us in his series yesterday against Heroic. Superstar performances definitely standing out. Fortunately, has yet to find that form today. Maybe this game on the puck. Let's show us something special here. Prove a little bit that Gamer Legion are not here just to fill up the regional invites or whatnot. They are a force to be reckoned with.
Mickey is definitely still continuously getting pressure. You see he's not really CSing very well in this lane. And now it's nighttime, right? You're also going to be very worried about a potential gate gang coming your way, you know. There's so much to worry.
Razor's coming through, stopping Fate from chasing any further. Level 3 only on Mickey, and now speed dropping very low. Just boots on the SF coming into play.
Things are definitely going to heat up right now. Nighttime, and the power rune's going to come up. Dragon Knight's going to hit level 6. The game is going to start to come alive here.
It's starting to reach the point of the SF where you have enough HP.
I mean, he's so scared. Look at that.
doesn't-
He's scanning he's already scanning the portal. He
Yeah, it's
knows-
because Fate is running at him like a madman. Might just fortify the wave here.
he's
TPs are
in
forced.
trouble. He's gonna die here.
He is in trouble, in fact. But being reeled in, that's awkward. Fate should still have the damage. Speed goes down first. They've overcommitted. Big Num's in. The raise can't come through. Mickey will go down, but they get Fate first.
Yeah,
Now
that is
Big
actually
Num.
huge. 2 kills for Liquid. Maybe a third even.
Slow.
Yeah. I mean, it's
That's
Naga
easy.
and Wind Ranger salvaging the game for Team Liquid.
Very nice
yeah.
rotation. Also a bit weird, right? The way that was...
Yeah, it felt like they went a little bit too soon, yeah, because the clockwork hasn't really arrived.
Yeah, just wait for him.
He needed another 5 seconds. Yeah, those small little details, you know. Because the creep
got a
was
little
also
bit
under
ahead
the
of himself.
tower. They didn't want to let the Shadowfiend get the last hit under the tower as well, which is kind of also understandable.
Trying to contest for the 7-minute Wisdom Shrine.
Yeah, it's constantly fighting, both the supports here. Shrine is...
Boxy's in a little bit of trouble.
Shrine is going to go to the Mars. A worthy sacrifice from Boxy.
Guess the song's going to be a bit delayed.
I mean, right now they're just going to play like a very, very slow game. Because your DK is also going armlet. So all 3 cores on the lanes are just going to be sitting and farming. And you're playing more of the reactionary game with Ace, right? Once he gets level 6, he's going to be the one ready to TP to react towards the ganks that Gamer Legion's going to make on the other lanes.
So is it fair to say that Liquid, they're not going to be looking particularly for any...
they're going to be mostly reacting and just defending their territories, like what the supports are doing right now. Just holding, making sure that the towers are defended as long as possible. Your cores are just jungling and making sure that they have safe places to farm.
Circling on Tofu.
Yeah,
Feeling a little
he's
hungry
doing a
between
good job.
Fade and Big Num.
He's buying time.
The rebound off the mark there. Indeed buying time. Pulled back in by the cogs. Borrowed though. Trying to find the punches. Last hit needed. Phase boots will get Fade the kill. Speed and the gang showing up in full force in this bot lane here, probably wanting to pressure the tier 1 tower and grab that. Of course, Fade is going to unlock a whole new dimension of his power as soon as he hits that level 6 and buys that Helm Dome.
Yeah, and right now Tofu is still... I like this move. I like that he's still coming down here to try and delay as much as possible, even though he might die.
Yeah, because what else does he have to do?
Yeah, he has
right?
nothing
Like, you
to
don't
do
really...
apart from just trying to delay. But I would like to see him actually pulling the wave behind, you know. That's some classic no-tail thing, you know. Like whenever he plays all these micro heroes, he just pulls the waves to stop the enemy from pushing. And he pulls the wave to his carry to farm. If you remember a lot of like highlight videos about his Chen Enchantress replays back in the day. I mean, Liquid's still happily farming on all 3 cores at the moment. And they're a little bit behind of the Marcy. And Tofu is gonna pay the price, you know, for TPing down here. Oh, wait a minute, he's level 6.
Bit of a setup. Requiem's ready. Arena's ready. Well. Ace is about to set it all up. The walls come up, and Gamer Legion goes down. Beautiful stuff. You talked about Liquid responding. Can't ask for a better response than that.
Yeah, that was a very, very good coordinated play there. They came prepared with the Mars and the SF. Like, they were moving over towards the Naga, like, preemptively, knowing that the Naga was able to do that, you know. Like, if the cores actually didn't make the TP and committed early, there was no way Tofu could have made that play there. Like, that was a very, very big turn of events in the game right now. Good usage of the first arena, and now Gamer Legion trying to abuse that. No arena, so they're trying to play aggressive.
Nice spear though. He's gonna create the distance. Still with Fist of Fury coming out. Ace in the cogs, but not under any threat. Meanwhile, they're slashing up Tofu. Still fine. The damage coming out from the Kaz is not nearly as explosive at the start. They're looking for Mickey. That'll be a much bigger kill. And Mickey finding himself in the line of fire, turning towards RCY now. Sure, they've lost SF, but they are trying to get revenge. From an angle. Perfect. Into the stun. Power shot.
Wow,
lined up to perfection. Liquid. They get 3.
That is really big, killing RCY. I mean, I also really, really like the SF TP down to fight, you know. Like, Mickey just made that move, knowing that even though he had to put himself in danger to make that play, it was actually well worth it. Like, he's not the only carry in the team, you know, that's the DK. As long as they're trading lives to defend a tower, prolonging a game, that is good enough. And Arena is coming off cooldown in 2 seconds. Yamsam just barely escaping the range of that.
Whenever you hear the Liquid guys talk about their teammates, it's Mickey especially who always gets noted as one of a kind, right? Just the type of carry player with so much raw talent.
Bro, he is tanking damage with SF, you know. That tells you a lot about
that tells you everything you need to know.
SF players will never tank ganks for you.
Well, Ace is about to tank this one. Fortunately, too much of an onslaught between Jansen and the rest. RCY finding Nisha, like you said. The coil is there. Do they have any further slow? Nice body blocks. A punt in front of a Dragon Knight. You've never seen that one before. Hold him in place, and Nisha nowhere to run. Not so much of a life trade. He still finds Big Num. No song, like you said, for another 2 seconds. Tofu would have loved to sing them all a little lullaby, but unfortunately, he has to say bye to his own carries.
That wasn't too bad in the end, but in Gamer Legion, you'll be happy to take the trade there, killing the DK and killing the Mars. 2 cores down.
Gamer Legion doing a good job putting the kills on the board. It's just that it's not really materializing into any sort of gold advantage.
It's not fast enough, the pacing of the game. They need to somehow take towers. Like the Marcia and Chen with the clockwork. Ideally, you want to have all the outer towers down already by minute 15, you know. They have 2 more minutes before they do that. They are smoking up with the puck. Looking for Ace again.
Up to the top lane. Silence comes out. Ace still juking. Arena used. Nice little shackle shot onto 2. That's going to allow Ace to just walk this one off. Not even needing to go for a trade here. Yamsun. Finally, the coil will come out from RCY, holding the Mars in place. And there's your first kill. Mickey TPing in along with Nisha, though. They really want to punish Yamsun, but it's an easy grappling hold out. There's the song. Looking at the puck, you need to wind up the Requiem, but Big Num, he's being really annoying. There is no mana. The net is there, but RCY is still not able to play his way out of it. John's right into the DK. Out to the high ground. Do you have a net? Do you have anything to stop these channels? Shackle shot comes through. The connection is there. Mickey should be able to find the last hit on that kill. Making the TP's worth it. Liquid, the response again.
That was really, really good for Liquid, you know. I think the initial chase just took too long, but the clock, he somehow didn't really want to hook, or he couldn't find an angle to hook the Mars there. And it gave time for Tofu and the rest to TP in to help Ace, you know, survive there. So I think that was like a little bit of too much of a hesitation from the Gamer Legion side, you know. They should have just tried to hook and just try to burst him when he was in the middle of the lane.
Yeah, I can see what you mean. Although I will say that Big Num, those cogs burns came out big. If RCY somehow managed to survive off that would have been an insane play.
Because the gang kind of already got messed up, right? And he had to do that.
Onto Tofu. Punch down the Naga Siren. Don't think Tofu's too fussed about that. No song, so no objective really being threatened at the moment. The Wisdom Shrine wasn't in jeopardy. Gamer Legion, though, they're still on the prowl around the map. Again, same situation. Feels like we're watching the same short film over and over. Some of these Liquid heroes being picked off, but nothing too bad. Every time they get a core, Liquid TP and force and get some sort of lick back. Hookshot here, though. This might be a good trade for them finally. Ace being popped up by the Croaker, pushed away by the Wild Wing. Is that what you wanted? That is awkward to say the least. And now with the Requiem pushing the entirety of Gamer Legion away.
Yep, kill the creeps. And that is really bad for Gamer Legion. Once again, you know, like the pacing of the game is just not fast enough. I think now that they might have an opening to get Roche. There's no song, there's no Requiem. They have to do something right now. Get a tower into Roche.
I mean, you say there's no song, but 30 seconds until that's back up, and I feel like the risk of losing the Roche and a team fight to Liquid at this point, is that really one thing you want to give away? Sounds a bit too scary for me. Still no song for 8 seconds. Managing to get in there and kill off Boxy, jump away, Fade will be safe, but RCY not quite as lucky. We'll get caught out. That's not good.
That is very, very bad for them.
Not done. Nisha in with the Blink Dagger, getting the catch onto Big Num. The TP starting to come back in. Fade in with the punches, way too much damage, but the song is there, allowing Nisha to TP out. Tofu getting good use out of it. Had to be careful there. The talent toss, if it had a Shoto side proc mark, would have stunned up the DK. Still looking for more fade with the move speed. Spotting out Tofu. Looks like it's going to be fish for dessert. One last slice, and Yamsun. Fitting that the bird's the one to claim the kill. Is that enough to go into the Roche pit, you think? Doesn't seem like they're feeling too good about it. Low mana on Yamsun. I guess the ultimate use of Marcy, you're good to chill.
Yeah, they need to bring a lot of heroes as well. They don't have like very good heroes to kill Roshan. You need the Chen, the power, everything. Everyone needs to be there if they want to hit Roche. And they have to really try to force.
Oh dear.
At the Roshan.
Gets in trouble. Oh, you tried to be a little bit cute with it.
Oh, they missed the
Miss
power
on
shot.
the power shot.
Holy shit.
Very rare missed execution there from Boxy. I feel like he would have just been able to shackle the Yamsun Kez to the trees, like just by clicking shackle shot on him, but he chooses to go for the cute play onto the creeps instead, and the angle doesn't quite line up. They miss what's supposed to be, honestly, a really free kill.
Yep, Clockwork comes in. You're gonna find Boxy here, punish him for his solar extension. It's way too deep into enemy territory.
Still trying to juke around though, wasting quite a bit
He's
of time.
gonna die eventually.
Yeah.
I mean, all these kills are not really that important, you know, for Gamer Legion. They need to find bigger kills. They need to find the objectives, you know, the Roshan and the Tormentor. 2 minutes before the Tormentor is up.
How are they doing on the farm though, Gamer Legion? Quick check.
It's okay. I mean, they're gonna have BKB soon on Marcy.
Your Solar Crest almost up for the Chen as well, and then he's gonna go into the pipe. So he's honestly building quite a fair degree of aura items completed already. He has the drums, gonna have the Solar Crest. Pretty decent timing overall.
Yeah, the next couple of minutes are going to be very crucial for them. Once they get all the aura items up, you know. The solar, the drums, and they have to really push forward with those items. They can't just sit back and wait anymore. I mean, you look at this SF and the DK, they are just becoming so fat.
Yeah, in that sense, even though I understand RCY's next item, he's queued up with Linkins, you just don't want to be caught by the DK stun or the like shackle shot. But I just don't know whether Gamer Legion are approaching this game with the right idea. It feels like they need to make something happen now, but they once again seem to be fine. Just maybe we chill and maybe we farm, but Liquid are already outscaling you. Nisha's right there, killing speed off with ease.
Yeah, this is also really bad because of the Tormentor timing, right? Even a support kill could mean that you can't contest the Tormentor. Yikes.
Unfortunately, in this case, it's a
gonna be
support
rough.
with a global heal. So you'd want him there for sure. I think he should respawn in time if the side of Gamer Legion choose to take a fight, but they don't bother at all. Not set up in that area, they'll have to give this one over to Liquid.
Slowed down too much, yeah. I mean, I understand that you need to hit certain timings, but I also feel like they can't wait, you know. They just need to go, keep going, you know, and you get to your item timings by making small little moves in the game, you know, include your supports. I think they're so
Yeah,
fat.
this sounds very
They're
familiar,
so
doesn't
fat
it,
on the
Winter?
Chen. Why are they not like trying to just move with the Chen, you know? Like you mentioned, the Park is trying to find Lincolns, which is not really a cheap item. It takes so long to get there. And you can't really just, okay guys, I'm just going to sit back and farm my Lincolns. Yeah. You have to get there by making moves on the map.
Yeah, go use a coil, go use a raptor dance or something. You haven't even had a reason to pop the God's
Cost
the Hand of God yet. No, sorry, almost God. I almost said God strength, but it's not spent in this game. 21 minute wisdom. No real contest here from Liquid and Gamer Legion. They just aren't really doing anything right now. The BKB complete for Fate. Maybe that's the timing that they were waiting for.
I mean, right now it's also very complicated because the waves are always constantly cut by Naga. And that's why they cannot afford to waste any more time. I think the next moment they get an opportunity again when the Chen shoves out one side, and the puck is also clearing another wave, you have to really go. I think either you force the Roshan or you have to make a smoke and invade enemy territory. If the game is keeping its status quo, just like what's going on right now, it is really, really bad for them, for Gamer Legion side. Liquid is just very happy. If you're just trading farm, they are happy to trade farm with you with this lineup. And look at how fat Mickey is right now, considering how bad the start he had. You know, he had
he was dying in lane and shit, like
the first 4 minutes of the game.
Now Liquid. Finally, they'll be out on the prowl. So Nisha did end up going back for that Orchid, just maybe thought it was a bit too value for him to skip after finishing that Armlet and the Blink. So semi-core, semi-carry build, I like that. Heading up towards the top lane, there's no one there though. Gamer Legion, they're doing a smoke move of their own off of the back of Yamsun's completed Aghanim Scepter. Both teams just completely misreading the other's location. They're making a smoke move all the way into the Radiant jungle, but unfortunately the Radiant are in the dire jungle at the moment.
Yeah, they have to just hit Rosh, I think. They can't wait.
You get in there. There you go.
Where is Tofu?
Is this something that Liquid should be...
I think they can give it up. They don't really need to contest.
I like the decision from Big Num here. Even though it's an illusion, you just kind of put the calls in, don't give them any information. Can't make any sort of a jump. Yamsun will get the second life. Now you can assess whether you want to go for a fight or not. DK with a stun, finds speed. RCY forced to... Ooh. Ace. A bit of a strange one.
Yeah, he needed to... I think he needed to just start with the use.
I think he wanted to use, but there's a completed Lincolns.
It's actually Puck, yeah. He had Lincolns. So the reason why he Arena there, because you can't spear to the Roshan, what is it called, the wall. So you need to use Arena to spear him. So that was
right. Anyone else he could have probably caught, just not the Puck. Okay, so ages now for Gamer Legion. The question then becomes, does that make them feel strong enough to start pushing the issue towards some of these tier 2s?
It's also
because you talked about...
It's the lanes, Mike. I think they feel like they are strong. It's just about trying to find the right time. You shove out the lanes with the Chan creeps, and you also have to send one hero mid. Like I delay the puck. And then you make a smoke, you know. It's going to take time. Now they're finding a move here. They push out the top side. They leave a Helm creep behind. They're going towards bottom here. They might find a big angle here on the SF. SF has no BKB.
Uh-oh. Mickey. Biggest target of all showing on the wave. Where's his backup? RCY ready to blink in at a moment's notice. Silence out onto the backline. Stopping the storm from coming out. They've killed Tofu. BKB pop from Fate. They're looking for a target. Hook shot straight through. Beautiful from Big Num, getting the catch onto Mickey. This is exactly what Gamer Legion needed. And they find the Shadow Fiend delivered on a silver platter. RCY again called upon to make a difference, and he delivers, silencing both Ace and Tofu and eliminating the possibility of that save.
Yeah, that was the move they've waited such a long time to have. Just finding the right opening, killing the core heroes, and now they're gonna have an opportunity to at least, I guess, take a tower. And we're actually going for more kills here. Boxy in trouble. It's gonna take out from the damage over time.
Last little miss there, not gonna matter. RCY with the poison from the Witchblade gets it done. And finally, in this game, a semblance of a gold lead, 2k for Gamer Legion. Sure, the SF is still top of the net worth, but you can see how easy he is to kill if focused down. Very, very nice hook shot there from Big Num. That was the killer move.
Yeah, Tofu needs to get his dagger ASAP.
Maybe gotta try for move on to Fate. Ace off the mark with the spear. Could have tried with a Yules, but wanted to make it snappy. Will find nothing instead for his troubles. Spear empty. Just like that, huge swing of tempo, huge swing of momentum for Gamer Legion. 2 minutes left on the Aegis. Do they still want to try and head out on the map, or are they happy with what they found already? And BKB's coming up for Nisha. That's gonna make things a bit more complex.
And they have to just keep finding kills, you know. I don't think they should be contented. Oh, we got a couple of kills, you know, we can sit back and farm.
Absolutely.
They have to keep the pressure up. keep looking for kills. The DK is BKB now. Like, this is like a huge thing. Huge timing now. The DK feels like he can actually come to the fights and stand in front.
Radiant are scanning.
Even then, could be pretty scary. Fate completing the Revenant's Brooch. Not really an item we
they're gonna
see
find him. Can he
so
react?
often anymore. BKB immediately, Fate's too quick. But that's a very, very high BKB charge just being used defensively. Not ideal.
Yep. It's a low cooldown though. It's an Arcane Rune BKB.
Well, that's true. Didn't see the Arcane Rune on that bad boy.
Dire's middle
Yeah, Yamsum is meanwhile gonna finish his BKB. Yes, this should be the item that he needs. Time to go soon. Is he gonna sell off some of his items to buy it? Nope. He needs one more wave.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Some pretty nice vision set up for the side of Gamer Legion off of those big fight wins. One deep ward in the triangle and one deep ward in the Radiant jungle. Spotting out most of Liquid's movements. A Wisdom Shrine is coming up. Liquid are in the general area, but still tier 1 tower in their way.
I think they're setting up bottom for someone to show up, right? Alright. Right now, Nisha decides to swing top.
Gonna try and punish. Got a Yule's up on the park, in trouble, but jaunting back to safety too quick. Is RCY not going to lose the gem? They're still trying to chase out RCY. You can't afford to stick around, buddy. Get this one up for now.
Dire's bottom tower.
RCY, he is playing with fire, man. He's just dancing around the triangle like this. Knows that with the
Just
with Blinkins,
reminds
he
me
should
of
be
all
fine.
the Filipino pucks we have in SCSO.
Yeah, it's beautiful to watch.
Just
It's beautiful to watch
always
until he
makes
gets
you
caught.
think you can kill him, but then just escapes.
Oh, Fate, this time round. No BKB just yet, not fast enough with the response. Nisha had the high ground and will get caught out. RCY knows there's no stun, so we'll play around with the DK a little bit before jumping away. We can see how fast that can happen. Liquid.
Okay, getting,
Instant they see a hero, just bam, straight on.
yeah, they're getting a slight momentum shift right now. They have dagger on the Naga. They have ways to protect the SF in the fights, and also the deadly combo, right? Song into the Requiem. And they also have the Arena into Requiem, right? Both very, very deadly combos in a team fight if they can actually land their spells effectively. I mean, Gamer
Scan
Legion,
coming
they
out.
can't afford any more slip-ups, you know.
Yeah.
Another hook shot on Bignum. No BKB on Ace.
They have the follow-up. The puck's still trying to close in. Nice little Gale Force. Bailing him out for now. Boxy's here to buffer out the ranks.
Oh, they're gonna initiate.
Oh, the song!
They catch him.
RCY.
He's dead.
You got the timing? Gotta find it perfectly. Gems out. This is such a difficult game for RCY. Fate now being clipped by the power shot, steals away the AD rune, but has to BKB just to get out. And I don't think they're gonna let him go
Yeah,
free.
he's in trouble. He's gonna die.
He
here.
does not have any way out of here. He needs to make his way back towards the creep wave, but slowed again by the power shot. Trying to blink over to something, trying to dominate a creep for him to jump away to.
Yeah,
A
I think,
fatal mistake not having
I
a
think they
friend
just
next
lost
to
the
him.
game there. That was like such a crucial moment there. Losing the gem, you lose 2 cores there.
Dire's bottom
They just didn't really force the issue enough, right? The park is creating so much problems for Liquid to solve, but they are not really connecting with the, I think, with the Kes and the team towards wherever the park is causing the problems, right? They're just being too split up, farming their items. And now Ace, he's looking for another pick here.
Oh dear. Hook shot in. Trying to bail out Yamsa. Turn around, pop the BKB. Start to slash away onto Ace. We've seen what Kez can do with a bit of time and damage, but the victory feast, forcing the TP out. Kill onto the clockwork, basically resetting Ace's entire HP pool. And from there, you can't keep on going.
Yep, Tormentor again, you know. Coming up, Liquid is gonna claim that.
We see Gamer Legion draft this lineup, and we say this is a very scary ball up run at you lineup. I have not seen Gamer Legion ball up a single time. It's 30 minutes. they've barely played together, let alone in like trios or maybe even bringing 4 heroes. They're always struck out 1 or 2 on the map by themselves, trying to make something happen, waiting for RCY to deliver them a miracle.
Yeah, it's always Liquid, you know, even with the slower draft, just striking a lot faster than Gamer Legion. Now they're on the prowl again. Like if
Now
this,
BKB.
If this gang connects, the game is just gonna be instantly over. There's no way they can play the game anymore.
Ravens Veil, Bossy, you got the vision. BKB, no,
Yeah,
not
I mean,
available.
it's-
Stun is there. Nisha will find Yamson. You got to buy back on the Kez, but that is so painful to use. Big Num now being hunted down. Bossy with another shackle. Easy setups there for Mickey to claim.
Yeah, Dota is just a very frustrating game, right? They just keep feeling like they have the edge, but Liquid is just so good that they're delaying the game with all the split pushing, the Manta style of SF, the Naga Siren illusions, and then finding the puck when he was carrying the gem there with the song. That was like I think the biggest tide turner in the game. And they were so decisive, right? RCY showed for a brief moment, and then Tofu instantly realized they could just kill him with a song into reckon.
Also good timing. Just not letting the nerves get to them, landing the timing perfectly, not allowing the puck a chance to escape. And just like that, whole lane of Rax gone. It's that simple. Gamer Legion,
Yeah, I mean, look at Tofu's item. He even got a Blast, you know. He knows that they can already end the game. Yeah. Like this is an item you buy whenever you think like the game is gonna be over soon. Huh?
yeah. If not, you rarely see this item at all.
It's really good with SF and
once.
Dragon Knight.
Yeah, for sure. Ramping up that damage. Liquid going through the motions here. It's a 6k gold lead. It's nothing flashy, it's nothing crazy, but they are very systematically dismantling their opponents here. This is what you kind of expect overall from this team, right? The sheer amount of experience, their baseline fundamentals of map play and running together and making things happen. This is a team that for a very long time was known for picking up a tempo that you just couldn't catch up to. So it's cool to kind of see them take this slower approach, right? They are not rushing, they're happy to trade with you, and then the moment they're strong, they blow up. Smoke from across the tree line, immediate arena, catches 2, and those 2 are done. My goodness, ace. Big connection there. An AD rune to boot. Mickey says thank you very much. Time for my second life.
Yeah, I mean, right now it's just the formalities, right? Finishing off the Roshan, slowly taking the outer towers and just ending the game. I mean, I don't see how Gamer Legion can even find a way to come back into the game, you know. They don't have really good chances in the team fights. I mean, at this point they can just split push, but there's a Naga to catch you with the mouse. And there's not much remaining for them. They can only
Liquid doing what they do best here.
Yeah, they can only hope Liquid fumbles on the high ground.
In a position like this, where they've been time and time again, no external factors really fraying their focus here.
Alright, this is the last fight, Mike. Smoking in. Gamer
It does
Legion.
feel that way.
This is the last stand.
Ace on the front lines, blinks over to the left side. That's awkward. See a God's Rebuke. Big Num looking for a target. Will just decide on Ace. Trying to burst him down, but the BKB's out. Too much physical. Yamson rips him up to shreds. RCY now looking for Nisha on the back lines. Call onto 2, wanting to force a BKB, but they can just break it with ease. Yamson can't connect in just yet. 4v5. Fate trying to put the hands out onto Mickey. Mickey now turning around. Hurricane Pike facing off. The first life is gone. Fate has found him. Not too bad. You still have the song available, but the Rockets, they're being so annoying. Big Num with that Aghanim Scepter slowing all of Liquid down. Tofu's still thinking about it, but Gamer Legion, I think they understand they've used up most of their initial salvo. They can't come back for Mickey's second life.
Yeah, it was a good attempt there, good angle. Caught Ace by surprise. He went out and cleared the mid wave and pays a huge price for it. And they also took away the A-gates from Mickey. So the higher ground is going to get a little bit more complicated than it needs to, you know, for Liquid. Now they're going to be considering whether they should just siege or they're going to wait.
Or they could just kill RCY, proc the Aeon Disc, force him back. That's basically 3,000 gold of your inventory down the drain for the next 1.5 minutes.
They might song. Okay, they're songing.
Straight in. Found 2. Where's the follow-up?
Oh, they're just
Tofu's
TPing
gonna
out.
think twice about it, but the hook's there. Tofu in big trouble. Requiem to try and bail him out. He's taking a lot of damage, but the Solar Crest actually gets him out. Rockets raining in now. Tofu in a little bit of trouble. Bignum can just keep blasting.
Yeah, that was definitely not the play there. I think he wanted to go in, but his teammates kind of didn't want to go in.
Yeah. This is kind of the antithesis to what we saw earlier, right? You were talking about how Tofu, Mickey so decisive. The second they see the pop, Song in, jump, and the Requiem, no hesitation. This time round, a momentary glance away. You weren't fully ready for Tofu to make that move.
Yeah,
They
it
gotta
could
thank their
also
lucky
mean
stars he
that
was
the
able to get out
SM
there.
doesn't want to go there. You know? I think there was some risk involved in that move. Maybe
Oh, for sure.
Mickey felt like without a clear vision, without BKB, he just doesn't want to go in there. I mean, it's understandable.
I can respect that. X now complete for the Mars. Ace will have another tool up his arsenal to control some of these Gamer Legion heroes. How are we looking for the rest of the calls in Gamer Legion though? Yamsun should have something flying out to him very shortly. He's been past the smoke. Okay, yeah, Falcon Blade back in. So, Daedalus complete for this man. Look at the Satanic.
Oh, 40 seconds till song. They might find a good timing here without the song being ready.
Trying to catch the Naga on the back line. Rocket's gonna come through. If Liquid are paying attention, they will get an idea of where Gamer Legion might be approaching from. It's all the way a big wraparound. Do Gamer Legion know where Liquid are situated? No one's showing on the wave, so now it's just an SF illusion. Starting to get an idea. The lines are drawn. RCY slightly off the mark, and now
15 seconds, the song will be
Liquid
ready.
might show on the high ground. Right behind them, Fade. Smoke's gonna break. Into Ace, the immediate blinks away, the stun is there. Yamsun, someone get him out! Someone get him out! That's done. I mean,
That
you
is
don't
it.
have Yamsun, you don't
That's
have
the
the
game.
damage. That has got to be it. A very anticlimactic end. Gamer Legion travel the whole world to find themselves right back in the hands of Mickey. Yamsun caught out by a shackle, strung up like a roast chicken on Thanksgiving. What can you do? Gamer Legion, all the rockets in the world, you gotta try. Put in a coil, barely scratches Boxy. That's your arsenal, that's your hope, and GG is called Gamer Legion. They'll be completely smushed out of this best of 2 series with methodical plays from Liquid. No rush at all, no haste, no fuss. It's just, we hit our timings, we pick our heroes, you can't do anything about it. That's the Team Liquid special. Smiles on the boys' faces, you love to see it.
Yeah, Gamer Legion side, they just needed to be more, quicker on the pacing of the game, right? They needed to be more decisive on when they need to attack, Felt like they just kind of sat back and farm a little bit too much, waited a lot about their item timings. Because there are certain item timings I felt like they just didn't need to go, Just with levels and with certain basic items, they were able to actually win the team fights, So I think Gamer Legion, they need to kind of fix the small little, holes in their execution when they are drafting very fast-paced lineups like this, especially with a Chen lineup. I think Chen lineups can be very unforgiving. You gain the advantage with a hero, and you need to kind of make the right moves to keep the ball rolling. And if you don't, and you can all of a sudden just feel like, okay, we just lack a lot of damage and control, and we are falling off a cliff with our lineup. I think that's exactly what happened, in somewhere in the mid game, after they just didn't really get a big enough lead. I think the biggest lead they had the whole game was like maybe 4 to 5k. I don't think they had anything bigger than that.
That doesn't really mean anything, right? Because your heroes, they're supposed to be hitting their power spikes. If you had to ask someone who wasn't very knowledgeable about Dota when the Gamer Legion power spike was, I don't think they'd be able to identify it, right? Like Gamer Legion, even in the moments where it felt like they were objectively stronger than their opponents, they just didn't want to go. And weirdly, Winter, that feels like the theme of our day. It even happened to Yandex earlier up against BetBoom, right? Maybe it's a bit of the fear. In Yandex's case, you can kind of understand because for their match, it was qualification for top 8 on the line. It's about proceeding in the tournament. There's a lot of real pressure there. But for Gamer Legion and Team Liquid, both these teams are already out, right? This is just the final group stage match to wrap things up. You win, you get a nice cash prize, you get EPT points, but realistically, there shouldn't be such a high level of anxiety and pressure that you're doubting your own draft. Like, you drafted to go fast and then you just hit the brakes.
Yeah, it's gonna take some time, you know. These are like, I think, issues that you can't really fix just like that, you know. It's gonna take a lot of replay session, discussion, and slowly ironing out all the small little details.
Yeah, and a lot more work for them to do before the next few tournaments come up later in the year. Of course, Dream League Season 27 being the final tournament of 2026 across the Tier 1 level at least. For Gamer Legion, unfortunately, that means this will be their final hurrah. They didn't really get the chance to face off against many of the better teams as well in their run here. I think for them, the closest shave that they had was Mouse as well as Paravision. And I guess if you want to count Liquid in that match as well. But I think a lot for them to learn, and hopefully Mangusu can shape them up for the next few tournaments. But of course, big congratulations to Team Liquid. If you had to point out one thing that you noticed, because I didn't really get the chance to watch a lot of Liquid so far, what do you think stood out to you about their gameplay?
In this group stage, I think they kind of didn't really feel like they synced as a team as much as before. You know, I think they looked like they didn't scream a lot. They were kind of rusty here and there. They made a lot of errors for Liquid standard. Yeah, just not at their best, you know, at this event.
Okay. And thankfully for us, we'll very shortly get the chance to find out from Liquid themselves what they thought of this event and whether they believe this whole Liquid Dream League curse is real. Because at this point, they're pretty consistent across the rest of the year, right? When it matters, they show up a lot of the times, they satisfy their fans. But then every time it comes around to Dream League, it's just like, guys, what are we doing? I mean, even Insania in the studio was saying, like, I guess it's a curse that we can't escape. You would think that maybe changing the players, Ace and Tofu, maybe you have a new stroke of luck, but turns out not the case. I mean, have you ever encountered something like that? Like just one tournament that seems to be your nemesis or your I guess kryptonite?
I think it's probably something to do with the format as well, right? And the way you're playing from home. I think Liquid is really good at playing at actual LAN events, right? I think that's also something that you need to really look at. You know, some players maybe when they're playing online, it feels more casual, so they don't play as well.
So let's take a quick look at how today has wrapped up. Of course, started out with Team Tidebound versus Aurora. Similarly, two teams that were not really going to make it